Within the system, there are multiple ways for you, a front desk staff member, or a student to schedule an appointment. The easiest, as yourself setting up an appointment with a student, is going to be after you set some availability to search for that particular student using the quick search. I'm going to use a test student within the system because I want to make sure that we keep FERPA from being an issue here. So here's a prospective test student that we use. So a main difference in using this, obviously you're not going to see the same kind of student information that you would in a real student. And also when we go to schedule this appointment, in a real student's profile, it's going to pull in their classes from Banner and any other appointments that they've set up in SSC, or if they've linked their calendar, other things from calendars. And in the live site, if you link your calendar, this schedule grid will also pull in your busy times and not automatically allow you to schedule an appointment during that time. So the easiest way after you search for the student is going to simply be going over to this I want to box and click schedule an appointment. Now there's a number of things that you need to select before you can actually schedule the appointment. The first one is going to be care unit. For most of our advisors on campus, this is going to be general advising. For some of our specialty advisors, there may be other care units. And for some of our non-advising staff in the future, like residence halls, athletics, other groups, you'll be able to see a different care unit. Select the one that applies to you. I'm going to do general advising. In this case, I'm pretending to be an advisor that works in advising undergraduate studies, which I actually do. And I'm going to select the service. This student wants to talk about declaring a major or a minor, which is a common thing that we see students about. And then I'm going to select, I am impersonating the advisor Megan Weiler right now, so I'm going to select her as the advisor. Up here you can see that the people currently attending are the student themselves. You can see that it has a one-person limit in this appointment, so there's no additional spots left. If you needed to have a group meeting, you can add additional slots and add attendees by searching for them. Here you can make comments. Unlike when you make comments on your availability when you set it, these comments are only going to be viewable by the student or anyone who checks them in for their appointment. So this is going to be something that if you use a front desk staff member or other folks to check a student in, or the student is viewing their emails, they're going to be able to see this. So this is where you can be specific about what you'd like them to do. So prior to our appointment, please take a look at the UO online catalog, which is a good thing for someone who's looking to declare a major or minor if they're exploring or undecided to do. You would also, if you can, include a return phone number for that student. We highly recommend that. So again, if you or someone else needs to cancel or move this appointment without the student being the one to do that, you can do that. So callback number 555-555-5555. So that's the information that you would then have. And you'll also receive an email about this through the system as well. So here you can see, if I scroll down, you're going to be able to see right now, for this particular reason, you're not seeing any green check boxes. And the reason for that is going to be that with Megan Weiler, there isn't availability set that matches this particular reason. So there's a couple of options. You can make sure that the service here lines up with one of the services that you've selected for your availability, or if you're scheduling for yourself, you can also use this availabilities to override and unlock non-available times. I don't recommend unlocking times with conflict unless you know for certain that both you and the student have agreed that you actually are available during that time, because often what will show up for conflicts is going to be other appointments that you have with students. For instance, on this page, here are some conflicts of other appointments that have been made, and then it might say busy if there's something coming in from your calendar, and it will say their classes as well for the student if they're a current student with classes that they're registered for. So I would do this, unlock non-available times or show all availabilities. And if you show all availabilities, that's going to show for any reason that Megan Weiler has set up where she put availability in her schedule. This means that you've already set this time aside. So there's no conflicts here, there's no busyness. So I'm going to set up an appointment for 1 to 1:30 on Wednesday, the 3rd of October. If you needed to look at a different week, you can click any day of the week that you're looking at. It will pull the entire week up here. And you can see this one has Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It didn't show the Monday times on the last week because Monday had already taken place. And depending on how far out you're comfortable with scheduling, you can decide with you and that student when you want to meet. So let's go ahead and we'll do it for this week, and we'll put it as that 3rd at 1 p.m. Right here, it's auto-checked to send an email reminder to the student, which will include the date and time of the meeting. It will include the comments. You can, again, if you don't iterate in your availability where to find you, you can put that in the comments as well. And then you go ahead, you can make this a repeating appointment if you need to regularly meet with a student, monthly, weekly. In our office, most of the time we aren't repeating appointments, but I know that there are some offices where you do need to regularly meet with an appointment or with a student. And if you find a time that works, you can make that repeat. And then you're going to save the appointment. Saving the appointment is actually what triggers the system to send a notification both to the student and to your email account. It will then also send out or place the appointment on your calendar and theirs if you're both syncing your calendars to SSC. And you can see on this piece here, on the student side, here's their calendar, and you can see there's their appointment on Wednesday. It has the comments and details over in that box there. And on your home page, you will also be able to see that upcoming appointment at 1 o'clock over here. If the list was really long and that one wasn't showing, you could, also look on the upcoming appointments tab. The great thing about this is that it allows you then, if you have a front desk or folks who check students in, they're going to show up in the front desk system and be able to check those folks in. And if you are going to be working with this, we'll show you in another video how to actually write the reports and where to go from there.